Welcome to Art Warehouse. Today's artist is Paula Rego. Dame Maria Paula Figueiroa Rego, the 26th of January, 1935 to the 8th of June, 2022, was a Portuguese visual artist, widely considered the preeminent woman artist of the late 20th and early 21st century, known particularly for her paintings and prints based on storybooks. Rego's style evolved from abstract towards representational, and she favored pastels over oils for much of her career. Her work often reflects feminism, colored by folk themes from her native Portugal. Rego studied at the Slade School of Fine Art and was an exhibiting member of the London Group, along with David Hockney and Frank Auerbach. In 1989, she became the second artist in residence, after the scheme restart, at the National Gallery in London, after Jock McFadyen, who was the first in 1981. She lived and worked in London. Rego was born on the 26th of January, 1935 in Lisbon, Portugal. Her father was an electrical engineer who worked for the Marconi Company and was ardently anti-fascist. Her mother was a competent artist but, as a conventional Portuguese woman from the early 20th century, gave her daughter no encouragement towards a career, even though she began drawing at age 4. The family was divided in 1936 when her father was posted to work in the United Kingdom. Rego's parents left her behind in Portugal in the care of her grandmother until 1939. Rego's grandmother was to become a significant figure in her life, as she learned from her grandmother, and the family made many of the traditional folktales that would one day make their way into her artwork. Rego spent much of her career focusing on women's rights and abortion rights. A critic of the anti-abortion movement, she used the theme of abortion as a focal point in much of her art. Rego used two typical tropes of Western art history, the gaze and the reclining nude. She utilized the gaze in conscious ways to challenge the viewer by having the woman or girl look directly at the viewer or away in agony or closing her eyes in pain. The reclining nude brings up the push and pull between sexual attraction, the act of sex, and the physical outcomes like pregnancy and miscarriage that occur as a result of sex. She died after a short illness on the 8th of June, 2022 at the age of 87 and was buried with Victor Willing in Hampstead Cemetery. At the time of her death, Rego was represented by the Victoria Miro Gallery and the Christia Roberts Gallery. Her work can be seen in many public and private institutions around the world. There are 43 of her works in the collection of the British Council, 10 works in the collection of the Arts Council of England, and 48 works at the Tate Gallery, London. Thank you so much for watching our video and see you in the following video. Please like and subscribe.